that. And also I will talk about HATS firmware. If you can slide to the next. So yeah, let me quickly introduce our company. NovaCustom was established in 2015 and is called NovaCustom since 2018. We are a custom laptop supplier from the Netherlands. We also offer custom laser engraving services for laptops, and we supply some of our models with the Dasharo firmware. We give support for both GNU Linux and Windows, or even both at the same time as dual boot. And we are privacy and security focused, and we highly value the right to repair and sustainability. And you can find more on our website, novacustom.com. Yeah, so as I said, I will talk about a new roadmap for this year, and I will also give an insight in the new strategy of the company. After that, I will give you some more details about the new models that we will have in the next quarter. Then I will give some short introduction about Intel boot card and UEFI capsule updates that we are planning. And to finish, I will speak about the new HATS firmware variant that has been released for our NV41 series laptop. So next quarter, we will introduce some new laptop models, and I will show you those in a minute. For the next firmware releases, including those of the new models, we are working on Intel boot card support. Starting from the end of next quarter, we hopefully have achieved a new milestone, because starting from that, we will have the Dasharo core boot firmware for all the laptops that we offer. And in the third quarter of this year, we will continue our work with support for the new NVIDIA variants. I also expect that we will need some time to resolve bugs by then. And we are also investigating the feasibility to offer custom keys for the new Intel boot card feature. I've added a question mark here, as we don't know fully yet like how we will offer this, but I thought it was worth mentioning it anyway. So usually a new processor and plus a new laptop series is being released like every 8 to 12 months, but well, we dare to break through this habit by skipping every second processor generation. So we'll be releasing new models every 16 to 24 months instead. And this is because new models require new firmware development, which is not only expensive, but also time consuming. So instead of focusing on new releases, with very latest CPU generations every year, we focus on new exciting open firmware features. We will also be focusing on models that have optional NVIDIA graphics, so that we don't need to have separate NVIDIA models. That will not only save time during firmware development and maintenance, but it will also allow us to apply a smoother spare part management. Okay, so the first new model that I will highlight is the NovaCustom V54 series, which has a 14-inch screen display at a 2.7K screen resolution and an Intel Meteor Lake processor. It has Intel Arc graphics and can be configured with NVIDIA RTX 4060 or 4070 graphics card, but it is optional. The laptop has two M.2 PCIe 4 SD storage options, and of course it has TPM 2.0. Weighs about 1.6 kilograms, and pre-sales will start around the end of this month, and pre-sale customers will benefit from 10% discount. First deliveries will probably or hopefully take place in June or July, but the NVIDIA variants might be a little later. Of course, we will try to make this laptop fully compatible with CubesOS and apply for certification, but we won't know if this is feasible until we have received the first delivery of the new models, when after we can proceed with investigating the feasibility for CubeSys certification. Yeah, so these are some more pictures of this new laptop model, and as you can see, it has a 3.5 millimeters headphone microphone combined jack, USB-A port on the left side, a micro SD card slot on the left side, an Ethernet and HDMI port on the back side, DC jack for charging, of course, on the right side. It has a USB-A port on the right side as well, and two more USB-C ports. One has support for Thunderbolt and USB-C charging. So yeah, this is the new V56 series, which is basically the same laptop as the V54 series, but yeah, it shares more or less the same motherboard, but of course the screen size is bigger. It is a 16-inch screen at Full HD or QHD+, and it also weighs a bit more, of course, at around 1.8 kilograms. Okay, so here are some more pictures of the 16-inch model, and as you can see, this is very similar to the V54 series. Okay, about Intel boot guard. Intel boot guard is a very nice security feature. It is using an eFuse to make the platform only accepting correctly signed firmware. If the signature couldn't be verified, the laptop simply doesn't start. Changing just one bit of the protected area would already be enough to refuse the boot. I know that some of you like to build, modify, and play around with firmware, which is why we make this feature optional. We are also investigating the feasibility to deliver the laptops with custom-assigned keys at some fee, but yeah, this will probably not be developed till the first quarter of this year, or maybe even later. So yeah, then about UEFI capsule updates, we would like to have this feature, which will hopefully become reality in the third quarter of this year. So currently, if you want to update the firmware, you will need to boot to the Dasharo tool suite or use firmware update mode, and that requires DTS as well. The problem is that UEFI secure boot and some other security options need to be disabled. Otherwise, you cannot boot to DTS and perform an update. So capsule updates in combination with FWUPD LVFS can help us to tackle this problem. But this is a giant project that will probably need some time. And this is also why we've parked this for now till the third quarter of this year. It seems that updating the embedded control has been a bit problematic so far, but I'm sure that the Dasharo firmware team will find a solution for this. So yeah, as always, I would like to engage everyone to become more active and to become part of the community on any channel you desire. So you can report problems on GitHub, discuss on NovaCustom forum, and chat with other users and developers on Matrix. We had planned to release HATS firmware in the fourth quarter of last year, but unfortunately we had to postpone this, and it has finally been released at the 29th of February this year. But yeah, this HATS variant is currently for our NV41 series only. It is part of the Dasharo Entry subscription, which is, by the way, not automatically renewed. The costs of this subscription are 72 euros a year, which is VAT included. So what is HATS? In short, HATS protects the entire boot process. it can ensure that the system's firmware, it ensures the system's firmware and boot integrity, and it does it with measure boot, which creates cryptographic hashes for each boot component. It uses the TPM hardware to securely store and attest these hashes, and it requires a USB security device such as the Nitro key, which we can deliver to proceed with the verification, and the integrity of the firmware can also be verified with the Authenticator app. So this creates a great chain of trust for the entire boot process, which is perfect, especially for operating systems that don't support UEFI secure boot, such as kubectl. On our forum, we got some feedback about how we deliver heads. So currently, we just apply the firmware as we normally do with the external programmer. This is a normal UEFI firmware, and then we apply heads firmware internally by using the Dasharo tool suite. All fine, but we don't further set up heads, so we simply leave these steps for the end user for now. But one of the forum members, and I don't know if he or she is here at this VPAP, but he or she said that it would be better if we could set up heads with the USB security device and create safe credentials, and then send these to the customer in some secure way. So I argued that it would be time consuming for us to set this up, but maybe there are more people here who think it would be better if we would set up heads like that to the users. So yeah, that's basically what I would like to get some feedback from you all.
Yeah, thank you, Wessel. I wonder, like, do you have anyone familiar with heads, or like how it operates? I don't know, maybe anyone from 3M Dev dived in this topic. Maciej, did you read that topic, or maybe someone else? Anyone? So maybe Wessel, you can drop the link to the.
Yeah, good one. I will drop
Yeah.
what was suggested there.
So Maciej, this suggestion about the how to deliver heads and this kind of random password. I keep mixing the Polish words today. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the link. So
I guess we have 2 minutes for that one. If we can like say something about it.
yeah, and otherwise one can always get back to this later on our forum.
Mm-hmm. Random high entropy unique.
Okay, Maciej says, Wessel, can you clarify on the i7 CPU model? Let me see. I didn't. Is it 65H? Well, I think so, yeah. Let me see. I have this somewhere, I believe.
Okay, I guess like we will not solve this here.
So I guess okay. For systems with an NVIDIA GPU, have you considered providing some sort of protection against persistent compromise of said GPU? That's relevant. I know that's something I'm going to be discussing in my talk, but I'm just wondering because it's something that I imagine a common use of that GPU would be to pass it through to a VM.
Yeah, I'm not aware of such possibilities to integrate when it comes to firmware, and I would expect from the Dasharo team to advise in this.
Yeah, I guess that's why Demi's talk is part of the Dasharo Developers VPAP. She always influencing, but that's good. That's good thing. Yeah, Demi, like that's you. That's you. You always provide good influence for Dasharo team. Yeah, I guess like we should postpone this discussion there. So
yeah,
let's
now postpone it until then.
Yeah, right now definitely there is no plan because like I don't know if we even have any support anywhere for that. So I guess this support have to be developed probably from scratch or close to scratch.
Okay, I see one more question. The one with 2 NVMe slots. If it has hardware rate, I'm not sure. I believe that we have a GitHub ticket in which this feature request was submitted, but well, I would suggest anyone having this feature request to be active on GitHub, because the more people are mentioning we want this feature, the sooner we will get it. So we don't have any concrete plans on hardware rate.
I guess hardware rates were part of the chipset support, and I'm not sure if this is like still part of.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know, Michek. Like, do you know anything about that? I guess like I have to switch to my presentation, so sorry for that. Like, let's try to shift this to the, because then we will have delayed Daniel presentation. So
yeah, okay. I will.
And I have
comment in the comments. I will.
Yeah. So I have a couple slides in the closing notes.
Thank you.